Howdy y'all, I bought something off of Temu that I believe goes very well with this channel. Believe y'all will be interested in as well. Let's get to it. Alright, first and foremost, thank you to my very best friend for introducing me to Temu. There's a rabbit hole I would never be able to get out of. All I do is search on there for different things, and one of which that I found and I was able to get is this little bundle. It's a bunch of historical looking letters. And the reason I believe y'all will find this cool because it's actually 50 pieces, but there's 25 sets, and it's sets of twos because there's one that's just what would look like a normal letter, but then there's also, drop that one, a carbon copy. And it's really cool because these are actually transparent. If y'all can see a little bit of light through it, I'm not sure if y'all can, but I can see light through it. It's somewhat transparent and it looks really cool. I know in some of the other videos I was mentioning I'm trying to get a desk area that's trying to be historically accurate to early 20th century to mid 19th century. I think that'd be really cool. Also, I'd like to get an area that looks like it's late 18th century, excuse me. And this kind of stuff would be really cool. This is in French, so that's neat. But also, there's the only thing I can tell on here, other than a few words of what I know of French, which is very little, or what I can get out of it that looks similar to Spanish I know, is 1914. I was able to translate the numbers 1914 in French to 1914 in English. It's very hard, but it's 1914. This one, I don't know if y'all can see, is a little bit transparent, but I'm trying to find any other pieces that has a year on it. But if y'all have seen the videos that the piece of paper and maps, battle maps, that my best friend gave me, it's based on World War I. It was a World War I collector's set that she got for me, and it has 1914 in there, obviously, because that's part of it. It had some more particular battles. It wasn't just all around World War I. There were a few pieces that were more generalized, but there was earlier battles before the Americans were involved, and here it is, 1914. See, I know that may be hard because it's written in French, but in English, that's also 1914. Haha. Can't play. I get a hoot out of that. But anyways, I'm thinking about pinning these up on that board as well because I think it would fit in any of the little spots that are still blank. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that with all these. My very best friend is into junk journaling, so I'm thinking about getting into that, but having a historic spin on that. We're creating kind of an adventure bag when we're going out hiking. We're going to go on day trips. We're going to be going out and about and recording different things, going to different museums. It'd be really cool in a little notebook to have these kind of glued in, taped in, pasted in there, because it looked really cool to just have these start junk journaling. I've never done it before, but it looks really cool, especially the way she does it. She has paper that's cut out, look like more of a lace or doilies, if you will. However, it's laced together for more Victorian style doily decor. It looks really cool. So I'm thinking about putting some of these in there. It'd be really neat, get into that. And then there'd be kind of a record of the different museums going to with my best friend, and then just having some of these laid in there. And then when it's all put together, there's some of these, the pages are sticking out a little bit here, sticking out a little bit there. Be really cool. So if y'all are looking for inexpensive looking, not inexpensive looking, but inexpensive historical looking little documents, not necessarily a historical document itself, Temu I found is a good option. I bought some other things on there, but I want to put on here yet because I'm still going to surprise my best friend with it, and I want to give it away. So if y'all are looking for something that looks historical, such as these, there's a bunch of other things on there, but I don't want to spoil it because I bought some things I'm still going to surprise my best friend because she don't know what I bought yet, so I don't want to give that away. But again, look on Temu. It's really inexpensive items, and it feels nice quality. It's not just thin paper. That's not why it's transparent. It's actually a little waxy. as a matter of fact. Not like a waterproof wax, but more just a carbon copy feel. So that's really cool in my opinion. And it just looks really cool. So if you all want to have little historical documents strewn about, historical looking desk area, office, library, what have you, I love walking into a historical timepiece, whether it be just a room, an entire building. I've seen one gentleman, he recreated Sherlock Holmes' study. Just everything was how it was supposed to be, not by a movie, but by what the actual books say. And so if y'all are going off something like that, yes, it's fictional, but still looks really cool, set in historical time period. If y'all are trying to go for something that's in Europe, these would fit in because they're French, but also it would look cool in a colonial Victorian style timepiece. If y'all are going for, I can't even think of what it's called at the moment, drawing a blank, more, it's not reenacting, but you're doing more historical living. I know I'm going to kick myself because I should be able to know this. I've done it before. But if you're just trying to make everything look historically accurate in a room, an entire building, having some of these just laid on a dresser, on a table, on a desktop, it would just really set it off, really make it look more authentic, because then there's not things that are just bare, because in reality you'd have letters not necessarily strewn about, but just laying around. So anywho's, I thought you all get a kick out of that. It's really neat. So again, Temu, T-E-M-U, it's a Chinese website or app. Well, it's in English, I don't read Chinese, but it's based out of China. It's basically like Amazon, but just in China, and everything's super cheap, or inexpensive, I should say. It's really nice to buy things off there. I've been going down that rabbit hole, so thank you again to my best friend for leading me down that, because I just needed to spend more money on something. Anyways, if y'all looking for stuff like that, I do recommend looking on there, seeing if y'all find something interesting. So hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Alrighty, really quick before the video is done. As I said right when I stopped the video, I knew exactly what I was trying to say earlier. Living history. If y'all are doing living history, this kind of stuff would be great to have around, whether it's in English, whatever language you're trying to portray. It's really cool if you're trying to portray a certain time era and you have some of these laid about. If you can't write like this, if you don't have any antique paper to look like this, and you're doing living history. I don't know why I was drawing a blank, because I've done living history before and it's absolutely awesome. I love doing living history. It's just I couldn't think about it. Tired. Sorry, doing this later in the evening. But yeah, if y'all are doing living history, this kind of stuff would be amazing. Anywho, I'll see y'all in the next video. Have fun learning about history. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.